Group D then, and a third way into these group previews. Start off with, obviously, the United States. Automatic qualifiers. They do normally pretty qualify well for World Cups, so should they have not been automatic qualifiers, I think they still would have made the World Cup anyway. But Malik Tillman, Christian Pulisic, Richards, McKennie, Tyler Adams, they have got some very, very decent players in their ranks, and I think that they definitely have a chance of getting out the group. Those, for me, are their key players. You know, you look at Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, pivotal in midfield, Christian Pulisic, Tillman, Timothy Weah, Josh Sargent as well. There are options there for USA to win games if they're struggling to come off the bench and win games for them. Like I said, they didn't have to go through the stress of qualifying, they were already there. And I reckon they finish second in the group. I'll go through who I think wins the group shortly, but you would have already seen it from my World Cup predictions. But I think that the United States finish second in their group and get through to the knockout rounds. They could win the group, but I think they'll finish second. Second team in Group D is Paraguay. Believe the last time they qualified was 2010 in South Africa. I don't believe they qualified between then and now. I'm pretty sure they haven't actually. So 16 years out for Paraguay. And there's something about Paraguay. Every time they qualify for like a World Cup or whatever, I just always feel like they're going to do something. I know, obviously, we've gone past the Roque Santa Cruz, etc., but Miguel Almiron, he's the new spearhead of Paraguay, isn't he? Miguel Almiron, so former Newcastle, playing out in the MLS now. But yeah, I fancy Paraguay to do something. I'm going to go third. Key player, I'm going to go with Miguel Almiron, of course. If Paraguay to finish second and directly qualify at the group, then I think he's going to be pivotal. But I think third, and yeah, they were all right in qualifying, 8 points above not qualifying. They were 7th out of, was it 7th or 6th? One of the two, I'm not doing the joke. But yeah, Paraguay, decent team, but I think they just miss out on the top two. Third team in the group is Australia, the Socceroos. Always like watching Australia in major tournaments. Always like it. You know, they always seem to bring the atmosphere, bring the vibes, and Australia are a decent side. You know, they've got Riley McGree in midfield, who for me is a very capable midfield player. Apart from that, the quality in the squad is not that, is it? I don't think there's many players in that squad that you would realistically say is going to drive Australia to the knockouts. So I'm going to go for the key player, Riley McGree. Qualifying, they finished 4 points behind Japan in the group, which tells me everything you need to know. Normally Australia used to be one of the first qualifiers, or first team qualified, but finished 4 points behind Japan, 6 points above Saudi Arabia. Comfortably qualified, but sort of a decline in Australian football. I don't know if there's any Aussies watching this that can disagree with me on that, but I think they finish bottom in the group in my opinion. And yeah, key player, I'm going to go Riley McGree, but I don't actually think there's much in that squad that you could really call key players at a canton, basically. Third team in the group is Turkey, or Turkey. Turkey's qualification finished 3 points behind Spain, only just missed out on winning the group. They finished on 13, Spain finished on 16, and they were 10 points clear of Georgia, I believe, in third on 3 points, so comfortably qualified. They probably would have wanted to take first spot over the Spanish to avoid the playoffs, but here's what it is. They were in the playoffs, and obviously they had to get through it, which they did. You know, their first game was away from home in Romania. They won 1-0. Not an unbelievable performance in Romania, getting a 1-0 win, and then they followed that up in the final, getting a 1-0 win over Kosovo, who shouldn't have been there, to be honest, should they, realistically, but Kosovo were, and Turkey beat Kosovo 1-0 to qualify for the World Cup. key player is either Arda Güler or Kenan Yildiz. I'm not too sure which one to go for. I think Güler's technically better, but I think Yildiz has big game presence more. I don't know, it's an interesting one. I think one of the two. I'm going to go Güler because I prefer it, my baller. And yeah, I think Turkey win this group. I think Arda Güler, Yildiz, Demiral, Barış Yilmaz. They've got an unbelievable squad, and I think they do win the group. Let me know your thoughts on Group D down below. Some interesting matches again, and I think Turkey and America qualify with Paraguay taking third. Let me know your thoughts down below.